Talk in English just 1 page per day. Maya, a diligent student, committed herself to talk in English just 1 page per day. Her desk was meticulously organized, adorned with numerous grammar books and vocabulary lists. She believed consistent reading was the key to mastering the language. Hours were spent poring over complex sentence structures and intricate verb conjugations. Yet, despite her unwavering dedication, a frustrating hurdle persistently remained, challenging her progress. The words flowed effortlessly from the page into her mind, but refused to materialize when she needed them most. Her vast passive vocabulary seemed to vanish entirely whenever she attempted to engage in real conversation. A simple greeting often became an awkward stammer, her confidence eroding with each failed attempt. This silent struggle left her feeling profoundly isolated, despite knowing so much. She frequently pondered how to speak with people. The theoretical knowledge she possessed felt utterly useless without the practical ability to communicate her thoughts and feelings. Her carefully crafted sentences remained locked inside her head, prisoners of her own shyness and fear of making mistakes. The disconnect between knowing and doing became an increasingly heavy burden on her spirit. One afternoon, after another disheartening attempt at a casual chat, she confided in her friend, Leo. He listened patiently, then offered a surprisingly simple, yet profound, piece of advice. Maya, he began gently, let me tell you talking tips, not just reading tips. His words resonated deeply, sparking a flicker of hope within her. Leo explained that true fluency wasn't confined to textbooks or written exercises, it blossomed through active engagement. He urged her to adopt a new strategy, one that seemed unconventional at first. His primary recommendation was to start talking at home, a concept that initially struck her as quite absurd and perhaps even slightly embarrassing to consider. Maya felt a blush creep up her neck at the thought of speaking English alone in her room. Would she talk to the walls? Her reflection? The idea seemed silly, almost childish. However, the desperation to overcome her speaking block was greater than her initial hesitation. She realized her current method wasn't working effectively. That evening, standing before her bedroom mirror, Maya took a deep breath. She started by narrating her day, describing mundane tasks aloud in English. I woke up early today, she mumbled, then corrected herself, I woke up early this morning. The sounds felt strange, unfamiliar, echoing in the quiet space around her. Slowly, haltingly, she described her breakfast, her plans for the afternoon, and her feelings about the day. It wasn't eloquent, not yet, but it was a start. This private practice became her secret sanctuary, a safe environment where errors were not judged, but merely opportunities for improvement and refinement of expression. The initial awkwardness gradually faded, replaced by a growing sense of liberation. She discovered the simple joy of forming sentences without the pressure of an audience. Her tongue, once stiff and reluctant, began to feel more nimble, more accustomed to the rhythm and flow of English pronunciation. It was a small but significant breakthrough. This self-dialogue wasn't about perfection, it was purely about breaking the silent barrier that had imprisoned her English. It allowed her to experiment with new vocabulary and grammatical structures in a low-stakes environment. Maya realized that speaking English was a physical act, requiring practice and muscle memory development. Encouraged by her newfound private confidence, Maya still faced the formidable challenge of how to talk to anyone in English. The thought of initiating a conversation with a native speaker still sent shivers down her spine, bringing back memories of past failed attempts and embarrassing silences during various encounters. The fear of making a fool of herself, of mispronouncing words, or simply not being understood, was a powerful deterrent. This anxiety often overshadowed all the progress she had meticulously made while practicing alone at home. It was a mental block that seemed almost insurmountable at times. Then, one evening, while browsing online forums, she stumbled upon a thought-provoking article titled, "Why You Should Not Learn English." Her eyebrows furrowed in confusion. Wasn't learning English the whole point of her struggle? The paradoxical title instantly captured her complete attention. The article wasn't advising against learning English at all, as she initially feared. Instead, it eloquently argued that English shouldn't be learned merely for the sake of accumulating grammar rules or perfect test scores. Its true purpose, the author passionately asserted, was far more profound and significant. The author emphasized that English is primarily a tool for genuine human connection, for sharing ideas, for understanding diverse perspectives, and for building bridges across cultures. It liberated her from the suffocating pressure of absolute perfection. Mistakes, the article bravely stated, were not failures but essential stepping stones. This profound reframing of her perspective was a revelation, transforming her entire approach. The weight of perfectionism, which had previously crushed her spirit, began to lift. She realized that communication was about connection, not about flawless grammar. This new understanding empowered her greatly. Armed with this refreshed mindset, Maya resolved to take bolder steps. She started small, greeting her local barista in English each morning, and asking simple questions at the grocery store. These brief interactions, though seemingly insignificant, were monumental victories for her growing self-assurance. Each successful, albeit brief, exchange chipped away at her pervasive fear of interaction. The once terrifying prospect of speaking to strangers gradually became less intimidating and more like an exciting adventure. She began to genuinely enjoy these small, meaningful moments of connection with others. Her initial anxiety slowly began to recede, replaced by a burgeoning sense of curiosity and an eagerness to engage with the world around her. She found herself actively looking for opportunities to practice, rather than deliberately avoiding them altogether. This shift was truly transformative for her confidence. She realized that true progress wasn't measured by the absence of errors, but by the increasing frequency and confidence of her interactions. The journey to fluency was not about a perfect destination, but about the continuous, brave act of speaking, listening, and learning daily. Another crucial element of language acquisition that Maya had initially underestimated was how to improve your listening skills. She had focused so much on output, on speaking, that she hadn't given enough attention to the equally vital input aspect of language learning. Leo, her insightful friend, had stressed the importance of active listening. You need to truly listen English if you want to understand and respond naturally, he had advised. This simple yet profound piece of counsel resonated deeply with her. Maya began to immerse herself in English content, not just as background noise, but with focused attention. She started listening to podcasts during her commute, watched English movies without subtitles, and tuned into online interviews. Her goal was active comprehension, not passive reception. She paid close attention to intonation, natural pauses, and the subtle nuances of spoken English that often get lost in written texts. Her ear became more attuned to different accents and speech patterns, allowing her to process information faster and more accurately than before. This improved auditory comprehension significantly boosted her ability to engage in fluid conversations. When she understood more, she felt more confident in formulating her responses. It created a positive feedback loop, enhancing both her listening and her speaking abilities concurrently. Maya also discovered the profound joy of learning English through stories. She started reading English novels, both classic and contemporary, and listened to audiobooks that captivated her imagination. Stories provided a rich, natural context for new vocabulary and expressions. Unlike isolated vocabulary lists, words encountered within a narrative were more memorable and easier to recall. The characters, plots, and emotional arcs made the learning process engaging and deeply personal. It transformed her English study from a chore into a delightful adventure. She found herself looking forward to her daily story time, eager to uncover the next chapter or unravel a compelling mystery. This immersive approach made the language feel alive, vibrant, and incredibly relevant to her own life and experiences, fostering true understanding. The combination of active speaking practice, reframing her mindset about mistakes, and dedicated listening, coupled with the joy of learning through narratives, created a holistic and highly effective learning ecosystem for Maya. Her progress became remarkably rapid and consistent. Her once isolated 1 page per day of reading had now expanded into a dynamic, multifaceted engagement with the English language that permeated every aspect of her daily existence. The journey had truly transformed from a laborious task into an exciting exploration. Now, the question of how to talk with anyone felt less like an insurmountable obstacle and more like an exciting invitation. She actively sought out opportunities for conversation, joining online language exchange groups and attending local meetups. Her enthusiasm was palpable. She connected with people from various backgrounds, discussing a wide range of topics from current events to personal hobbies. These real-life interactions, unscripted and spontaneous, honed her conversational skills in ways no textbook ever could have achieved. Maya learned to navigate unexpected questions, to ask for clarification when needed, and to express nuanced thoughts with increasing precision. Each conversation was a unique learning experience, providing immediate feedback and building her confidence brick by brick, steadily. The fear of making mistakes had largely dissipated, replaced by a genuine desire to connect and understand. She realized that most people were patient and appreciative of her effort, eager to help rather than to judge her linguistic imperfections. She celebrated small victories, successfully ordering a complex coffee drink, understanding a joke completely, or articulating a deep philosophical idea without hesitation. These moments validated her hard work and fueled her continued dedication to improving her English. The 1 page per day reading habit had served its purpose, but it was the courageous leap into active communication that truly unlocked her potential. Her passive knowledge transformed into active, usable fluency, allowing her to express herself freely and authentically. Maya's journey taught her that English is a living, breathing language, designed to be spoken, heard, and experienced. It's not a static collection of rules to memorize, but a vibrant medium for human interaction, connection, and shared understanding worldwide. It became clear that fluency wasn't about eradicating every single error, but about embracing the process of continuous learning and fearless communication. The path to mastery was paved with courage, consistency, and a willingness to step outside of her comfort zone. Every day brought new insights, new vocabulary discovered in real-world contexts, and new ways to express herself with greater precision and nuance. Her vocabulary grew organically through conversations, rather than through rote memorization from lists, making it more effective. She found immense satisfaction in being able to connect with people from diverse cultures, sharing stories, and understanding different perspectives. English had become a powerful bridge, opening up a world of new friendships and countless exciting opportunities for her future. Maya's story is a testament to the transformative power of practical, immersive language learning. It highlights the shift from passive consumption to active production, emphasizing the importance of courage and consistent effort in overcoming linguistic barriers effectively. Her initial shyness, which once held her captive, had given way to genuine confidence and an eagerness to engage. The journey from silent reader to confident speaker was long, but immensely rewarding, proving that dedication truly pays off. She became an advocate for speaking from day one, encouraging others to embrace imperfections and focus on communication over grammar. Don't wait for perfection, she would advise, just start talking, even if it's just to yourself, initially. The fear of judgment, she explained, was often far worse than the actual judgment itself, which rarely materialized. Most people, she found, were genuinely supportive and happy to help a language learner, fostering a positive environment for growth. Her improved listening skills meant she could follow conversations effortlessly, making her responses more relevant and timely. This enhanced comprehension made her feel fully present and capable in any English-speaking environment she encountered daily. Learning English through captivating stories enriched her understanding of cultural nuances and idiomatic expressions. It made the language feel natural and intuitive, rather than a dry collection of rules. She absorbed it almost unconsciously, enjoying the process. Maya now understands that language learning is a lifelong journey, filled with continuous discovery and personal growth. There's always something new to learn, a new way to express an idea, or a new person to connect with through conversation. Her consistent daily practice, evolving from reading one page to actively speaking and listening for hours, had truly paid off in remarkable ways. She had not only learned a language, she had transformed her entire self into a confident communicator. The initial struggle, the self-doubt, and the countless hours of solitary study had all contributed to her incredible success. Each small step, no matter how insignificant it seemed at the time, built upon the last, leading to profound fluency. Maya's experience stands as a powerful reminder that speaking a new language is not just about grammar and vocabulary. It is fundamentally about courage, consistency, and the unwavering willingness to connect with the world, one conversation at a time.